Hey guys, welcome back. So I have a reading today for singles. Yay. I don't think I've done one of these yet. But I received yesterday my Jane Austen tarot cards. And I was told that I could not do a love reading until they came in. So they came in, I spent all last night playing with them. I have some opinions about this deck that I might keep to myself. I'm a bit of a Jane Austen nerd, so I've read all of her books, and there are some questionable choices in this deck. However, I did some practice readings, and it checks out. It works. So we're just lighting some incense. This is a copal and Palo Santo native soul incense. If you are in London, I got this at Purdy Naturals. But it's beautiful. I wish you could smell it. Let's pretend. ASMR. All right, this morning, we're still going to take the opportunity to ground our feet to the earth, taking a deep breath in, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Letting that breath out. Allowing that clean breath to come in and purify as we set our intention for our reading. And I'm just going to spray. So this is a spray that I make. It's called the Cauldron of Wisdom. And I actually have a few bottles available. So send me a message if you're interested. So we're going to get started with your reading. So we have 4 different piles. I'll just show you. My tripod isn't working. I know that's not a real thing. But it is for me. So I'm just going to show you the stones and you can choose by stones. So we have this one here. Please ignore the state of my nails. And this one. And this guy. Oh, hi. Why don't you focus? I'm having focusing issues. Focus up. All right. And this one. I know currently there's like 10 of my friends watching, so I'm feeling a bit more casual today. All right, so if you'd like to skip ahead to your pile, I will post those in the description box below, and we'll see what we've got for you. All right, so I found this better angle. We're gonna start with pile number 1. So I have pre-made these piles, but I did something kind of different this time. They're divided into them, so your future partner, you, you, and then your connecting energies. So we're going to start with them and see what we've got here. The Tower. Cool. This is going to be a weird reading, like top to bottom, just FYI. The 3 of Clubs, reversed. The Queen of Spades, upright. The Ace of Hearts, upright. And Volcano. All right, so this is a person who learns the hard way. This is a person who finds I'm hearing calamity and disharmony wherever they go. But they've got a lot of love. They have a sharp intellect. and are very good at problem solving. A bit of an explosive temper, which can probably, which is why we find the Tower. There we go, we got there. All right, so the Tower here, is kind of interesting because it looks like it's underwater. And that indicates that this person is highly emotional, and their sharp intellect might be something that they use to like compensate for that. I'm getting that they have abilities or talents that they haven't really tapped into. I know this isn't really selling them to you. They have abilities or talents that they sort of keep hidden. I feel like you have to unpack this person, like peel away the layers a bit, to really get a sense of who they are and what they have to offer. So who are you in this relationship? You are the Page of Fire. So you're the initiator. We have, so the Two of Diamonds reversed, which is the Two of Pentacles. The King of Clubs. Oh, you orchestrate this whole dang thing. And the Eight of Spades, which is also Justice in this deck. And the Teacup. I don't read reversed in this deck. Okay. So you are the passionate initiator here. The first to express your desires, your passions, your needs, your wants. But I can see that they are receptive to that. So they actually appreciate that input, if you will, because they're a bit timid when it comes to things like that. I'm getting that they have an earth. Sorry. That's weird. Okay, I'm getting that they have like an earth fire kind of aspect to them. So they might be any of the earth or fire signs. From you, there's a little bit of an imbalance, to be honest here, in that to begin with, I think with you being the initiator, you being the aggressor, I don't mean that in a bad way, but just like the one that drives the relationship. You have this sort of fieriness about you, and also like a level of control, and it looks like you manifested this relationship. So that kind of gives you like even more of a feeling of power over it. But it nourishes you, this relationship. So if you let it, if you kind of give up on that control, it can be very nourishing. Okay, and you're connecting. You're connecting energies. The Two of Water reversed. The Ten of Spades reversed, which is also Judgment. Two of Hearts reverse, which is the same thing as the Two of Water. The Six of Spades reversed. No, upright. Upright. This is a card of transition and milk. All right, so this is a nourishing connection, but I'm not seeing soulmates. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not seeing soulmates. There are lessons about judgment, about your perception. So maybe this person comes in and kind of changes you. Maybe they lead to a tower moment. Yeah, because it looks like you've got this Two of Hearts, the Two of Water, which upright would be, you know, a fulfilling soulmate type connection. But even in these cards, like the fish are swimming in two different directions. So while that upright might signify balance, or like you being like sort of yin and yang, I think in this particular situation, it just means that your paths are crossing and then will diverge in their own way, but it'll lead to like meaningful transition for both of you. I know it's weird to do a reading about like your future relationship that's going to end, but I mean, there's a possibility that it won't if you're able to work through whatever lessons come up. If you're able to work through, I'm hearing that, okay, so socially, they don't really fit in your world. And there are some aspects of their character that may be too meek for you, or they don't take the reins enough, and you're looking for a bit more of that. But there is a lot of affection, there's nourishment, there is care. There's care, for sure. You each care about each other. So I'm just going to ask about your physical connection. Actually, physical connection, please. And this is the Manara Tarot. I may or may not show the cards depending on which ones come out, because they're kind of pervy. All right, so which one is them? Oh, this is them. Okay. All right, so we got the Four of Air and the Knave of Water reversed. Yeah, so they have a bit of a victim complex. You're definitely going to watch a lot of movies together. You may have experiences where you look at the stars together. You might find yourself wanting to wear pieces of their clothing, their shoes, their sweatshirt, their pants. I don't know. Just like connecting in that way. So there's like a way in which this person is very comforting to you. They're like warm blankets. And it looks as though they're sort of coming fresh out of a breakup. So that might be part of the reason why this is not... Okay, so this card I can't show you. But it's the Nine of Water. Okay, so your physical connection as well. For them, it's about these sort of cozy things. I can see that they like to, there's an aspect in your connection where one of you likes to pick up the other one. But this is a very empowering connection for you. It's a way of taking back your power if you felt powerless in relationships before. it just might go a little bit too far the other way. But your physical relationship will feel cleansing. It will feel refreshing. It will feel just kind of right. So I'm not seeing like, wow, passion. I feel like if I was watching this, I don't know if I would be interested in this relationship. Maybe this is sounding great too. I'm going to leave myself out of this. But I just think it's funny because I'm like, oh, here's the relationship. All right, so what are the connecting energies physically? Ooh, okay. So, yeah, I'm getting that there's like, you might already know this person. You might already be in like kind of a relationship with this person. Like an on again, off again thing. Sometimes it runs hot, sometimes it's cold. They do tend to, with this victim attitude, they do tend to pull you under a little bit, and you have lots of accomplishments and they have less than you in that way, and physically, but also just in skills or like talent or whatever. And so there tends to be this kind of like dampening of your light or your shine. Sometimes they get maybe even jealous of you, or you're feeling super great about something and then they like bring their mood into it. Okay, so for them we have Heather. It's a pretty grumpy, twisted face in this one. Always looking outside of themselves. This person doesn't get a lot of satisfaction within themselves, so they might actually lean on you for that, which might be why you overcompensate with control. There's love and care here. There's some comfort. You might be sort of playing out some patterns that you're familiar with or used to. Okay, so for you, we got the Elder. And this is taking on more than your fair share, for sure. If you find yourself in a relationship where you are making these kinds of concessions, please just remember this reading. Take that empowerment and run. Or work it out. I mean, I shouldn't tell you what to do. This is your own reading. And connecting energies, Apple. So again, there is nourishment to be found here. I feel like some people might call this a karmic connection. It's one where you learn a lot about yourself, where you grow a lot in the space of that relationship and in sort of that like in that time. So see if we have any other advice for you about them. So any advice in relation to them? This is about the palms. So something about their hands. There's something puzzling about this person to you. And I think that's part of the attraction. But at some point, you're going to figure that out, and it's not going to be as interesting. It's not going to be as interesting as you thought it would be. And for you, yours is Jude's song. And a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest places. Like weirdly, even though there's like these, and keep in mind, I'm a shadow worker. So I see people's shadows. I'm going to highlight and shed light on all the shadows. So when I speak of a person, that's what I'm seeing. So a lot of these things may not even be apparent to you at first. But, you know, despite the shortcomings mentioned before, this is a place of rest, this relationship, for sure. Let's see what our connecting energy is. Change beckons. This might be a relationship that breaks your cycle, your pattern a little bit. Or it's the end, the final one of your pattern. Something to that effect. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. All right. I think that's what I have for you. I don't know what else to say, honestly. Let me know how this worked out for you in the comments below. Give my channel a like and a subscribe. I'd love to grow this and keep doing these readings for you guys. And I'm going to move on to group number 2. All right, welcome pile number 2. Put your stone aside. So I have found a better camera angle, and I also have a different kind of format for my reading. So I have a pile for them, I have a pile for you, and a pile for connecting energies. So we're going to take a look at your future relationship, your next relationship. This is a reading for singles, and take it how it resonates. King of Cups reversed. The Devil. I love this person already. What? Oh my gosh. So you got the 3 of Hearts. The 5 of Clubs, which is also the Devil. And the Moon. All right. Well, you found yourself an emotionally manipulative person. Someone who is charming, someone who tells you exactly what you want to hear. Yep. Someone who is, I'm spreading out these cards here, getting ahead of myself. Someone who seems like they're deeply in touch with their emotions, but actually maybe they are with their own, but they are not very feeling toward others. They do not see the consequence of their own actions. They celebrate victories that are only for themselves. So I want to just take a moment here, because the last reading highlighted a lot of the shadows of the relationship. So I am a shadow worker. I naturally read from that perspective. So when I am reading, keep in mind that there will be other aspects to the relationship. But these are definitely like the prominent shadows and the giant red flags. So I feel like that's actually what's happening in this reading, is that we're finding the red flags in the relationship so far. So take that how it resonates. If you're completely offended by it, don't watch, or pick another pile, or try another reading, because it just seems to be that's like what's naturally coming out. So for your energies, we have the High Priestess in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. Six of Clubs reversed. And the Six of Clubs in this deck, this is the Jane Austen Tarot, is also the Tower. The Tower reversed. And the Ace of Pentacles, which is also the World. Okay. And the Eye. All right, so just a little quick kind of reading there. You ignore your intuition with this person. Okay, apologies, that was crazy. I dropped everything. I feel like this, the spirit of this person does not want me to deliver this message. This is not a good person, okay? Your response to this person is to self-sacrifice, to throw yourself over the edge time and again. You believe that this is your new beginning, your new start, your fresh start. And he or she definitely sells you that story, for sure. Your perspective is completely clouded by him. I know that whoever you are right now, you're hating this reading and you're tuning out, but that's fine. We'll keep going. We have, as the connecting energies, the King of Wands reversed, the Page of Cups reversed, the Jack of Clubs reversed, the Seven of Clubs, and Doll. This person treats you like an object. This is a very strong warning. So if you are seeing someone right now, if you're talking with someone, if there is someone in your life that you're kind of asking about right now, a very, very strong message is coming in for you about this connection. And keep in mind, we've all been there. Well, maybe not all of us have been to the darkest places, but I've definitely been there. I do not judge you at all. This is all understandable to me. But the King of Wands reversed is like, you might be having great sex. Let's see. We'll find out. But he is, he's controlling. He's manipulative. He lets you see only what he wants you to see. He dampens your spirit. You cannot grow in this place. You are reduced to an object. So what is the physical connection between what is the physical connection from their person? What is the physical connection? Oh, we got a lot of cards. I think we're gonna have to put those back and like try again for something less excessive. So looking for what? So many cards. Okay. So this connection feels like, it feels like you've known them a long time. It feels very soulmatey, if you can use that in that way. We got the World again. So I think the sex is mind-blowing, to be honest. It's really good. That's part of how they are able to have that control over you. And you are idolized. Like maybe they seem to worship your body, or they're just really attentive. I get that they're selfish though, like to an extent. You just don't notice it. How are you physically in this relationship? How are you physically in this relationship? Yeah. So you are sure this is it, because it is they like to watch you, they like to and you think it's like sexy or cool. I think you might feel differently over time, but there's a bit of voyeurism as well. Possessiveness, ownership, that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, and we got King of Fire again. So this is definitely like he or she, there's like a really intense, like almost worshiping that goes on in this relationship. And you're connecting energies physically, sexually. What would they be? I guess I'll make this reading 18 plus, because these cards are, it's the erotic, Minara Erotic Tarot. Oh, we got the Lovers. Okay, but the Lovers in this deck, so it's like a muse and a painter. Can you see that? Is it focusing? Come on, focus, focus, focus. Okay, maybe not. I hope you can see that. So basically it's like, with this card, it feels like she's got lashes all over her back. She's sacrificing herself for him. And for his art. In the name of, you know, this supposed immortality that he's going to provide her with. Two of Cups reversed. It feels like soulmate connection. But a lot of times you will feel like you're drowning. And then this sexual connection will come in, and for a while you'll feel more satisfied. I mean, I'm going to continue if you need to know more. So a little bit more about their person's personality. So Ivy. Ivy is a formidable weed in a way. It clings to things, and it can grow through things, and it can destroy things. I'm not getting a good energy from this Ivy. And there's the moon there. There's There's shadows, there's lies, there's deception. This card talks about deception as well. And then for you, we have the honeysuckle. So you're just being fed on right there. And you've got a full moon in the background. That moon is nurturing. You feel transformed in these experiences, but it's the experiences in between that matter. Interesting. So we got for the connecting energies, the you. Like, look how vaginal that looks. If anything is going to say this is a sexual connection, I don't know what is. So, you know, this is your connection. This is your life. This is your thing. So maybe, you know, look at it as a strictly physical connection. See if you can take this perspective and still enjoy yourself. Like, go get yours, girl. Or guy, sorry. So any advice about them? Euphoria. And it says honor yourself. That's your advice. There's a mask, and just be aware of the mask, right? It takes away the power. And pause on your journey is you. So I feel like there's a lot of growth that comes out of this. You learn a lot for sure, but not in the moment. There's no growth in this relationship. There's only growth if you leave this relationship. And connecting energies, make peace with your past. So for those of you who have a pattern of attracting people like this person, this is an opportunity to really observe that pattern and know that, so this is a future tense kind of reading. We can make choices and decisions in the next minute to hour, to day, to week that will completely rewrite this entire reading. This is the energy of the moment. This is the relationship of the moment. Freedom flows. Yeah, in the leaving of this relationship, you have freedom. And you have a lot of love to give, and you want to share that, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And just be mindful of who you're sharing it with. Your connecting energies. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. So from that, I'm kind of getting that there are some cracks. There are some indications to you that this is going on. You're not completely blind. Again, you're blocking your intuition, but it still exists. It's still there. And from this, I'm kind of getting that, like, check in with yourself. Check in with, like, is this love? Is this what it feels like? You know, maybe remembering back to this reading and kind of like taking some perspective from that. I think that's all I have for you. Ooh, look at all the smoke. It smells so good. If you would like to leave a comment and let me know how it goes or how this resonated or whatever, remembering that this is a general reading and this isn't going to fit for everyone. And all the other things I said too before about like how things can change. But yeah, I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, so pile number 3. And I have the piles separated into 3. So this represents your person, the person that's coming in for you, or your somewhat current situation. And this one is for you, and this is your connecting energies. So we'll start with them. 9 of Pentacles reversed. 10 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Hearts, also the High Priestess reversed. 9 of Spades. And the Ace of Spades. And Mary Shelley, loss. So already I can tell this person reminds you of someone that you have cared for in the past. There may be something quite familiar about them. But we'll get into that a little bit more. I'm going to see what we have for you. And this is, when I say you, this is your energy in relation to them, like your relationship with them. Knight of Pentacles, reversed. Knight of Swords, reversed. And 6 of Swords. The 10 of Clubs. Reversed. The Queen of Clubs, reversed. And the 9 of Diamonds, reversed, which is also the Hermit. And then Pond. Interesting. Okay. There were a lot of cards for this pile. So I'm going to have to try and fit them in on my table here. No other pile had this many cards. This pile has a lot to say. All right, and for connecting energies, we have 3 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, reversed. The Ace of Pentacles, upright. The Jack of Hearts. The 4 of Clubs, just the 4 of Wands. The 8 of Clubs. And the Rabbit. All right, so I don't jump around too much. Looking at their energies, at their sort of profile over here, them in this relationship, I can see that there's a bit of codependence. They may bring a lot of baggage with them. And I'm going to just step in here and say, and I'm going to put this in the title, that these readings seem to be highlighting shadows. So I don't know if that's helpful, but that's what I'm getting. So if you are not interested in that, like, take what resonates for sure. Find what feels good for you. Maybe just be mindful of these things going forward, or just, find a different reading. I'm just reading what's here. So there is this person may bring with them baggage. They might not have a lot going for them materially. They're sort of self-defensive about it as well. So you're finding them in kind of a weird place. When you meet them, or you may already know them. And it could be that they're grieving. And because of their grief, they've sort of let some of aspects of their life slide. So it's not necessarily that they're a loser. It's just that they, they've had some hard times. Your energy here is, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords reversed. So there is a caution, I want to say. There's definitely a caution. There's definitely a an uncertainty. There is an intellectual spark between you. They light you up intellectually. And that feeling is mutual. So you have good conversations for sure. So this could be their perception of themselves, because I see here for you that there is a stability. Oh no, never mind. I take that back. Yeah, you feel instability. A bit disempowered. But there's a way in which you both reflect each other. So I wouldn't say that this is something you're necessarily going to judge them for. If anything, this might be something that connects you and that you relate to. Because when I move into the area of connection, it's a celebration that you've met each other. There's a six... I feel like there's a celebration. So emotionally, you're stoked. Materially, neither of you can really give to each other what you want to give. But there is this energy of fresh start. Moving into the deeper energies, we have a youthful love, a balanced love, because we do have the Four of Clubs. And a choice. There's always a choice. Or a choice or an acceptance that one of you is going to maybe grow more than the other, and letting go of an expectation of the other person that they will grow as well. We have, or grow at the same rate as you. And the rabbit, like, this is a fertile connection. So maybe you guys are young, or maybe someone important to your person has died right before you met them, or that's kind of what brings you together. You're their support person, which I can also see here. And so it's not really like in the beginning going to be what it is in the end, I would say. So I'm going to just check in and see what your physical connection is from their perspective. What is your physical connection from their perspective? So, okay. So I can see they're also, they feel like they asked for you. So there's a lot of, there is a lot of passion there, but they're a little bit intimidated by your sexual energy, your physical energy. They're a bit more timid than you are. They, you know, are more comfortable doing it with the lights off in the evening, and, you know, they want to explore, but maybe haven't as much before. And then how do you feel about connection? Oh, okay. Okay. So you really have to encourage them out of their shell. You find that they have a very emotional approach and you are much more fiery. And so I think with these knights here as well, it's sort of an indication that, like, but we have the mirror again. So with the two of you, maybe you are also timid, but you are just like, your fire overtakes you. Like, it allows you to kind of transcend that fear. Where with them, they're more like watery. So watery and earthy. So it's harder for them. Yeah, and for the connecting, you have the Two of Water. So there's a deep emotional connection in what you do. And there might be a way of connecting through sending each other little photos or stories or videos to help kind of like nurture a more comfortable relationship that way. Because both of you can get in your heads a lot when it comes to that. So give me a second here. So can you tell me about perspective on this relationship? Oh, so they're enchanted by you. They see you as something mystical or magical, almost otherworldly. They feel very glad to have found you. And you feel comfortable with them, that they are honest. So you don't have any trust issues with them. And again, there's another mirroring. So I think in that you know what you would do, and you can think of what you would do, and that's what they would do. So there is that beautiful aspect to it, and perception. So with the two of you, and that's what I was seeing here, with the two of you, it all comes down to how you're viewing things, both of you. So is it a tragedy or a comedy? When one of you is laughing, remember that the other will be laughing. When one of you is, enacting a tragedy, that's what's going to perpetuate itself, just because that's how your relationship works. You are mirrors for one another. So this person, for this person, we get the card music. So they could be a musician, or it could be that when you meet them, it feels very harmonious. It feels very much like a song, where it just sort of flows. For you, trust. So you have big trust issues, perhaps. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. So having trust in yourself, your ability to choose this partner, and your connecting energies. Ooh. Risk. Learn to grow wherever you are planted. So this person might not be your type. It might seem like an unusual match in the beginning, or just something that you wouldn't normally go for, or you might really highlight these shadow aspects and these sorts of things. Maybe you both really focus on what you don't have, in a sort of lack mentality. We'll see if we can get more advice for you about from them, because you could be a girl or a boy, or whatever's happening in your situation. A distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish of all the wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. Oh, they're so romantic and schmoopy. They love you. They love you. I'm so happy because the other two readings were like, oh, is this really a thing I'm going to be delivering to the public? Okay, and for you, heart healing. Oh, this makes sense. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay a single dime. Emerge from the darkness, a new day starts. Let light embrace the healing hearts. You are safe to love this person. You are safe with this person. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. I'm getting schmoopy. All right, and you're connecting this way between you. Deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on. Hold on. Wow. Yeah, so maybe it's not the greatest in the beginning, but hang in there. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if this gives you comfort, or is something that you can kind of look back on and it'll resonate with you, I hope so. I really hope so. So all my love to you, pile number 3, peeps. And subscribe, share. It would really help me out. And also I want to make more videos, and I'll make more videos if more people want them. So, all right, we'll see you. Okay, pile number 4. So I've got 3 different piles here. So this one represents your person, the person in, or the person you're asking about, and then this represents you, and then this represents your connecting energies. So we start off with the 8 of Swords, the I don't read reversals in this deck. So the Queen of Wands. And And we have the Nine of Clubs, which is also the Sun, and it said, it is well to have as many holds upon happiness as possible. Ace of Clubs, Strength. Five of Spades, Reverse. Endurance. Endurance and Strength. And Toad. All right. Amazing. This is my most evolved other that I have read today, and I am so stoked because like some of the things that have been coming in are just heavy. So I've realized that this is my shadow worker aspect really comes out in these readings. Five of Swords. This is for your energy in relation to the connection. And then we have this guy right here. The Six of Wands. For this deck, I don't really read them by the tarot necessarily, because there are other ways to read it. So we have the Lovers, which is a Six of Hearts, Six of Cups, reverse. Eight of Diamonds, reverse. 10 of Diamonds, reverse. And Mushroom. And Glove. All right, so you've got your apprehensions. That's okay. That's okay. Let's take a look at your connecting energies, and then I'll dig into the meat of the reading. Three of Swords. Queen of Cups. Seven of Wands. You got your King of Diamonds, reverse. Six of Diamonds, reverse. King of Spades, upright, which is also the Emperor. I have opinions on these cards, but I won't share them right now. Time and place, Elizabeth. And then Chicken and the Body. All right, so let's start with their energy. Let's start with them. So this is a person who is courageous. This is a person who is strong. This is a person who has been through life, who has experienced some things. This is a passionate human being that's not afraid to be challenged, that's not afraid to look at themselves. They are a strong and bolstering kind of person to have around. So you may feel stronger in their presence. They don't have any time for drama. They don't have any time for deception. In fact, I don't think it even occurs to them to be that way. I don't think it's part of their, I don't think they have to try to not be that way. They're very protective, loyal, extremely loyal. And they have like a big rumbling energy, like it's sun and earth. We had one pile. Actually, to be honest, it's a lot of balance. There's a lot of different aspects in balance. And we've got a sort of phoenix kind of bird here. So they have been through transformations. They understand what rebirth cycles are. Maybe they don't understand them as rebirth cycles, or that's not the language they would use to speak about them, but they definitely know what it means to die and be reborn in this life. And then you are suspicious and cautious and defensive. You're afraid of this person. You're afraid of this connection. Not of the person because they're a bad person, but you're afraid of the connection. You're afraid of putting work in and then getting your heart broken, because you know this person fits you completely. Like this is your material fulfillment. I see that you might even, we'll get into that after. But, and keeping in mind that these are current energies and everything that is present can be turned around. So when I look at that, I look at, you have the Lovers present with the Six of Hearts. So this is a fated connection. This is a connection that fits, neither one of you really has any control over whether you're going to be together. The universe will bring you together. They absolutely will. Or it will, or whatever. You have 10 of diamonds. Like you have like stability and like just the most amazing bedrock. And you have this like, this person heals you in a way, or you heal each other. We'll come into the connecting energies now. So with the Three of Swords, there is heartbreak. I think that heartbreak comes from yourselves, not from each other. That you're constantly breaking your own hearts with your distrust or your suspicion or your insecurity. So that's definitely like something to watch out for and something to check in with, is like, how am I expressing insecurity in this relationship? You have beautiful, loving, nurturing energy between the two of you. Sometimes the relationship may seem like more than you can handle or bigger than you, but it makes sense because you have this like fated connection. You have this big connection. There may be issues with, no. I kind of want to pull more cards just to I want to know about your physical connection. I think maybe some of these cards speak to that. So how do they see your physical sexual connection? How do they see your physical sexual connection? How do they see? Okay. It gets some jazz. They get pumped up. But then maybe sometimes your reaction to it. No, I'm going to pull another card. We're going to see what it says. Okay. So it gets like, it gets big. I don't know what that means. As a double meaning. No, there's an aspect of worship here. There's like, they adore you. They get like pumped up. There's a guy dancing, like it helps energize them. It helps bring that like sun energy into their lives. It helps feed that. And for you, interesting. So you are my most complicated pile number 4. We're going to figure this out. This is a very sensual relationship for you, but you have a hard time giving yourself over. When you do, it's transformative. You've got the sun here. So it just like he's dancing over here, or he or she, but in the card it's a he. They're dancing over here. You're like soaring up to the skies, like literally, it is a very satisfying experience for both of you when you are able to open that up, and you're able to get out of your head, because you are in your head a lot. And I think they want to know how to get you out of your head. So if you're able to like provide that information, to them, like, communication is key in every relationship. So just keep that in mind. Woo! Your connecting energies are the Knight of Fire. Yeah. The Knight of Fire, the Punishment, and the Two of Water. So you guys like to, get into it. So like when you let go and when you get out of your head, it's loving, it's kinky, it's impulsive, it's ripping clothes off and just going for it sometimes. Other times it's like a slow, gentle build up. You've got the potential here for a really balanced sex life, like super duper balanced, and beautiful, passionate. So like, tell me more about this person. So I can see that potentially you guys are from the same culture. Or you share similar stories. I think sometimes you can feel each other's pain, which makes you very connected, and which is probably why the sex is so good. All right, so for your person, I got ivy. For you, I got oak. And with the ivy, it's interesting. I pulled ivy before. So this person has a dark side. This person has suffered in their life. And yet they're still sunshiny and bright. That's amazing. Yeah, and the relationship between you, like you're strong, they're strong, you've been through it, they've been through it, you've got some lingering trust issues. When you come together, it's not a relationship that other people might understand. There's a level of independence that both of you maintain that is not maybe common. And then while you maintain that independence, you're actually very, like you're super duper close to each other. Yeah, so they see you as their sanctuary. They see you as your as their safe place. I feel like they're very protective of you. And you got perception. So your view of them changes a lot. And I think that's based on your trust issues, the things you're still going through. We'll see. I mean, moving through those energies is up to you, right? Oh, beautiful. So you're connecting energies, release. What an excellent thing to have in a relationship. The ability to release and just like let go of your inhibitions, let go of your need to force or control or anything. You can just be yourself with this person. Whoa, these jumped out. Are we taking them? I guess so. So that would be for them. Oh, hummingbird song. And this is about healing. I feel like this relationship has a lot to do with healing. Like both of you healing together. Destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel. True. So yeah, this is definitely like a fated connection. It's a destined connection. So relax. Enjoy the ride. Be kind to yourself as this unfolds. You're human. You might make mistakes. You might say the wrong thing. But this person's going to be there because you're their safe space. So they don't want to lose you. And Jude's song. A reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest places. Let me get one more oracle card and see what other advice we have for you in relation to your other person. So advice about your other person. Awareness, wake up, roll the clouds away, and look. So I'm also getting the feeling that you might actually know this person already, or it could be that they need to wake up and look. So it may be that unknowingly you're kind of waiting on someone you already know to kind of acknowledge your relationship or become aware of it. And for you, Tiger Lily, what's flying everywhere? Security. Choose the safe harbor for now. I feel like it's speaking to you about yourself, actually. And connecting energy, sunflower, assertiveness, rise up, stand stronger and true. So this is the energy of you together, is just being stronger, being able to come into yourselves, be more self-actualized, and just a relationship built on mutual support. And a deep physical, emotional connection. So this is what I see coming in for you. Not bad at all. So like, subscribe, share. It would help me out so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And we'll see you soon.